Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks, and this is the setup video for the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G, which we recently purchased from Samsung here in the UK. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. Right then, so we have unboxed our Samsung Galaxy A52. Check out that video if you haven't already done so. And now what we're going to do is set it up. First things first, we need to identify where the SIM tray is. And it's very handily placed at the top of the device with a little pokey hole next to it for getting your SIM ejector tool into. So I'm going to vertically put some pressure on and it releases the SIM tray. Nice bit of theming here. Samsung have ensured that the SIM tray color matches the device itself. As you can see, I have a baby blue, or awesome blue as Samsung call it, device. So I'm going to put my SIM card in here. And in this case, I'm not going to put a second nano SIM card in. I am going to put my SanDisk microSD Extreme into it to expand the storage by, in this case, 64 gigabytes. The model for sale in the UK is the 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes storage. And I believe I've got the SIM tray in appropriately, making sure that that waterproof rating is maintained. In this case, the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G has an IP rating of IP67, which is pretty impressive for a device in this price category. I'm specifically speaking about the sub £400 price category for a smartphone. So let's turn the device on now that we have our SIM card and memory card in. Samsung Galaxy, protected by Knox, powered by Android. Let's see what the Samsung experience is like today. Just to let you know, unlike other smartphones in 2021, the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G does not have a screen protector over its Gorilla Glass 5 front. But we've arrived. Let's start. So I'm going to choose English, United Kingdom. I accept the end user license agreement and also the diagnostic data. I'm happy with our friends at Samsung to get all that information from me. Now what I'm going to do is connect to my Wi-Fi network. In this case, the Wi-Fi network is Planet Express. Futurama fans will rejoice. So here we are. I have to say the typing experience here was great. That plastic back feels solid. It has a bit of heft to it overall, and that was pleasant typing experience. The matte finish on this plastic back is really quite pleasant to touch. Right, I do not have, in this case, a network locked version, but it has recognized my Vodafone SIM card that I put in the device and is now restarting, no doubt with appropriate pre-installed apps and services optimized for the Vodafone network. This is a 5G device. I do have a 5G SIM card, so I will be able to test this. Actually, where I live has 5G coverage from Vodafone, which is good to know. So we'll be able to put this device through its paces in an almost complete manner, including those crazy speed tests, which really don't give you a clear understanding of what day-to-day life with them is. So it is now asking me to copy apps and data. I'm going to say no, I don't want to copy apps and data from another device. I want to set this device up as a new smartphone, go through the experience as a totally new device. So now I get to choose the APN, that's the access point names for your mobile network. In this case it's Vodafone UK. And I get prompted to sign into my Google account, which I will do now. So there we are. I'm now signed into my Google account. Now, interestingly, the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G comes with a 50% charge. Now, this is a fast charging device. It supports up to 25-watt charging, but it only has a 15-watt charger in the box. Admittedly, that is faster than a 10-watt charger, but the key thing here is that it can fast charge up to 50% from flat in around about 30 minutes, according to Samsung. Now, this is a very European feature of the setup experience on the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. In this case, we have a ballot screen to choose who our search provider is. In this case, the options we're given are Privacy Wall, Info.com, Google, and Microsoft Bing. As tempted as I am to select Bing, it's time to set up my smartphone with a form of authentication. In this case, let's choose my fingerprint. Secured by Knox. But first things first, I need to set up a pattern. Okay then. So what has happened here is that I've set up a pattern. I'm now being prompted to set up my fingerprint with the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. And it has an in-screen fingerprint reader, which I have to say, in the price range of the sub £400 price range, is a very good detail. And as you can see, as I put my finger down, my thumb is actually illuminating. That's because the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G has an optical image, optical fingerprint scanner, which means that it's bouncing light through the screen onto the finger and then recognizing the image that comes back from it. It's very different from the ultrasonic system that Samsung previously used on devices like the Samsung Galaxy S10 series, and I believe the Note series just before that as well. So good to see that they're using the better technology. I'm not sure how it's implemented as of yet, but I reserve that judgment for our full long-term review of the device. I'll just set up my index finger as well. Hopefully that's faster. Riveting YouTube content. There we are. So I've now set up a couple of fingers. Now Google Assistant is now going to offer me to set that up. Because I've already set up the Assistant with other devices, it's unlikely I'll need to register my voice again. Hopefully. And I think that with the Google Assistant we finish our setup of the Google side of things. Now it's prompting me to install My Vodafone, which I'm happy to do. It's a great way to not only check your allowances, it's a way to also enter competitions or get offers from Vodafone as a paying customer. Now this is for Samsung account. I believe that I already have one that I use with my Samsung S20 FE 5G. Oh, I do not have that device at hand. I'll probably do this later. I'll set that, so skip out of all of this. So these are the services Samsung offers if you're signed in. So Samsung Pay, which is an alternative to Google Pay, Samsung Cloud, Bixby, Galaxy Themes, Spotify, Find My Mobile, Samsung Pass, Samsung Health, Galaxy Store, Secure Folder, Samsung Internet, and Samsung Members. You know what? I'm going to skip that altogether, and that's the end of the setup as you're guided through. Now it's essentially the wild Korean setup of my Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. So, whoop, there we go. I think that ringtone is a crime against humanity. We've agreed on that. I'll start off by setting the device to silent. Okay, so that will be everything down. We'll set the device to silent and then have a look at things and how they're going. As you can see, this nice big display, it's a 6.5-inch display of full high definition plus resolution. That's 1080 by 2400 pixels. And that is a Super AMOLED display at 120 Hz. I have to say, the colors are beautifully saturated, and this is a pre-selected wallpaper from Samsung that probably highlights that. And you can just see that little dot at the top placed in the middle, which houses the selfie camera, which is a 32 megapixel camera. It is also capable of recording 4K video. So as you can see from my notifications section, there is a lot going on here. There's updates happening from Google Play on the device. Let's just make sure that we've got everything in place. So yeah, there's quite a few apps updating, including Google apps, LinkedIn, Microsoft Office, Facebook, Spotify, a lot of apps in there. It's actually updating Google Play at the same time. So if we look at the app drawer on the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G, there's a lot going on here. So pre-installed Facebook, Spotify, Netflix, there's a lot going on. Let's try seeing what happens if I decide to uninstall the app. Now, I'm uninstalling Spotify because I do not use Spotify. I have YouTube Music, and for podcasts I use Pocket Casts. There's also Samsung Free. I have no idea what that is. TikTok. Get down with the young people. So a lot going on here in the update section. Let's go back into the Play Store and see how we're getting on. So I'm going to install the Protect Scotland COVID notifications app. Always good to do that on devices that I carry with me. Lots of apps needing updates here. This will probably take a while. But whilst we're at it, let's take a quick tour through the settings of the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. So, settings menu is very One UI-y, in the sense that it's One UI 3.1, and it's nice and smooth, that 120 Hz screen with that Snapdragon 750G really showing off its performance. Considering how much stuff is going on in the background at the same times, I'm impressed. Now in the display, you can choose between light mode, which is what we have here, and dark mode. And I'm going to opt for this. This is gentler on the eye. It also doesn't use any power where pixels are black on the screen. That means that you'll get slightly longer battery life by having dark mode enabled. And you can also change dark mode settings, in this case to schedule when dark mode goes on, or if to have an adaptive color filter. Now, motion smoothness is set to high, vivid mode on the screen. Now, edge panels I'm not fond of, so those are these panels that come out at the side for frequently used apps. I think they're distracting and sometimes can get in the way of what I'm doing, so I'm going to switch that off. So the navigation bar at the bottom, this is really quite interesting and something a lot of people do ask about. Let us know in the comments if you'd like a dedicated video on this, but you have the option to have buttons or gestures, and within the button order you can choose which way to have back, home and multitasking. In this case I'm going to keep the standard Samsung way, which is my back button on the right, multitasking on the left and the home button in the middle. But if you want to go the more Google Pixel way, you can do so and go for things the other way around. So that's the navigation bar. So show charging information, yes. Okay, so that's display. You also have the option to choose your Samsung Galaxy themes. So these are themes similar to what we've seen for a while on, I'm going to cancel that, similar to what we've seen on Xiaomi devices, Samsung devices. Essentially most Asian branded smartphones have a theme gallery, and Samsung have really gone all in on this. So you can theme your device, your icons, ringtones, wallpapers, as you wish. So we've done that. Let's have a look at other settings whilst we're here. Let's see if there's any more information. Software information. So it's Android 11, so the latest version of Android. It has a 1st of December Google Play system update, and no information on so yes, it is Android 11 because you can turn it up to 11. Very clever. One UI version, no Easter egg there. I do have a configuration message from Vodafone to set up my phone, so that should be me ready to go there. Now Netflix I'll keep, TikTok I'll keep. There is LinkedIn, OneDrive, Outlook and Office already installed here. I'm not sure I will be using it on this device. And if you swipe to the left on the home screen, you get the Google feed, as you do on Pixel and other devices. So you get the latest news about what is relevant to you according to Google, and you get it all in one place, as well as your weather forecast, which takes you to Google Weather. So everything's great here, and it's good that Google in this case pick up that I've just set dark mode and set the Google feed to be that way as well. So first impressions, really positive. This device feels solid, it feels pleasant to use even without a case, and in this case I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background, but it's still silky smooth to use and to flick through settings and explore the apps that are pre-installed. There is quite a lot of bloatware for my liking, but I'm sure I can live with that. So there's a lot of pre-installed dedicated Samsung apps. We will probably be ignoring these. I'm really quite entrenched in the Google camp, though I will have checked them out to see what sort of experience the Samsung apps do offer. So, first impressions, very positive. The feel of the matte finish on the back of the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G is very soft. It is starting to get warm after having been in my sweaty hands and with all that stuff going on in the background as things update. We will be doing some more videos on the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G soon, but overall, very good first impressions. We'll be back with more. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. But for now, thank you for watching and goodbye from me.